Hey YouTube fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this tarot reading. This round is going to be for all signs. If you're new here, I like to stick to the positive vibes and the words of encouragement. I feel like most of us tarot readers here on YouTube are like esoteric life coaches. We're more so providing confirmations because I think you know, right? And that's why I like to stick closer to the more so positive vibes and stuff like that and words of encouragement. I mean, if some cards show up, we'll go over it, but otherwise, what are the words that you need to hear right about now? What are the words that we all need to hear right about now? Because I'm right there with you, fam, right? Let's get into it. A loud ass plane going on overhead. Hello plane, where shall we go next, fam? I've already pre-shuffled the deck, so let's go ahead and cut them together, starting with the archetypes. And I have the Mirror coming up, and on the bottom is the Sword. The Sword card always looks like pizza to me, as in like different slices of pizza. Sometimes people focus on the yin and the yang of it all, but I really see like different pizza slices, like it's your own personal kind of small pizza or whatever the heck. This feels like there are parts of yourself that you're trying to figure out what are cords you need to sever and what are, you know, the things that we picked up from others that don't belong to us. And it also speaks to me of the yin and the yang of it all, and being reminded. Lately I've really been feeling like we're all being reminded of, once you're able to accept that your light and your dark and recognize that it's all serving the greater purpose and it's all you, and then evolving up into that singularity, right? Being able to be comfortable in your own skin, in your own mind, right? And the Mirror speaks of like, some people are uncomfortable looking in their own eyes in the mirror, and yet I feel like you need to be reminded of what's in there. Mirrors can be portals as well, right? And you need to be reminded of what's inside you, the real you, who you are in actuality versus what others are telling you who you are, right? What about the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck? Stars. You can manifest your every wish. Oh, that's a lovely reminder to receive. On the bottom, we have Protest, Start a Revolution, which speaks on, you know, there's so much happening in our world, especially right now, but you know what? Anytime. Any dang time, right, fam? And that can make so much of us feel like we need to do our parts. We need to help people. We need to defend people. We need to get out there and let our voices be known and all that stuff. And it's a reminder that even in our daily lives, the things that we do, the mundane things that we tend to take for granted, that still applies, right? That you can still make changes, right? To your 3D, if that's how you like to think of it. But also being able to recognize when others may need you to speak up for them because they can't speak for themselves, or maybe they're struggling, right? Being able to know those differences and recognizing that you do have a place, and it may look different than others, but it's yours. Right? Let's move on to the tarot and see if we can get some clarification. I don't know, but I'm going to try. I have no idea what's coming up. I like to think of the tarot as its own story, right? Maybe these are the prologue, right? And let's see what's chapter 1. The Ace of freaking Wands. Now this could be phallic. Either way, with a visual like that, it's speaking of a gift from the divine. And the wands can be passion. They can be courage and dedication and focus, right? And creativity, right? That's right in line with passions and such. And this speaks of new passions, new ideas, a new chapter that's coming in, and the divine is like, here you go. The question is, do you accept? Right? Chapter 2 is the Hanged Man. Now, I like to compare this card with a few others, like the Hermit, being able to just seek that enlightenment, right? I also compare it to the Eight of Swords because of their hands being behind them. My question is, do you think that their hands are bound? I don't. I think there's a knot in that wood and it doesn't feel very good on the spine. Jeez. Right? I think that this is a moment where I feel like it's a moment where it's like, well, while I'm here, right? But I also feel like this shows up when you feel that there are things that you've done that you need to atone for. That there was confusion in your life, that maybe you've been learning the wrong things from those who have been around you, your environment, right? That you grew up in, that you were working in, whatever the heck. And you've been a product of your own environment. But you knew that that's not where you belong this whole time, right? It always felt wrong, but you've done what you can. And finding yourself in a situation where nothing's going on, either way, you kind of feel like you're in a stalemate, like nothing's changing. And instead of forcing things, you're taking this moment to just kind of breathe. Get your head on right. And draw from your life experience and the things you've learned. And choose enlightenment rather than continuing those emotions, continuing survival mode, continuing the bullshit that other people are doing that's never felt right to you, right? And moving on. So in a way, it's almost like these two kind of go together, right? Like you've been given this chance to, like, maybe things haven't been, you want things to happen and to occur. You're trying to manifest and all of that. But it's like you're being, life and the balance of things is like, just breathe. Please breathe, right? Like you need to think. You need to find yourself and be sure of who you are. If you like a certain style of house that you want to move into, why? Go into that cocoon. I like to think of it as like, caterpillars going into a cocoon and then emerge in this beautiful butterfly, right? I think that we should all cocoon ourselves every so often and just make sure, why do I react this way? Why do I think this way? Why am I feeling like this about certain things that I feel just like it shouldn't be that big of a deal anymore? A lot of us have been going through so much transformation. It can make it like lately I've been feeling so discombobulated, right? So just like, but it's an adjustment period for most of us. Let's be real, most of us. Maybe it seems like others are doing just fine. That's their path. Don't worry about it, all right? This is your path. You focus on that, right? But it's all a part of the process. It's growing pains. It's, that adjustment. We don't need to assume the position anymore, right? And that can be weird. That can be really weird when you're used to being surrounded by such stereotypical, freaking histrionic narcissists who really put a bad spin on things. It can be difficult to not hear that in your head anymore. To not continue with the unhealthy coping mechanisms that you were taught when you were young. It can be really awkward to do things differently, but bit by bit, it becomes your new norm. Fuck normal. Like, that's just a trap. Don't worry about it. Taking this moment to really get your head on right, to know what works for you, to know what kind of life you truly want, not what you were told to want, not what you were raised to think you want, not what your culture told you, not what Hollywood told you, or Bollywood, whatever country you're in. You know what I mean? Like, what your soul wants. What loud vehicle, that's confirmation as far as I'm concerned. What makes your soul purr, and truly figuring that out. And you've got the divine helping you with that, encouraging you with that, okay? We got a 1 and a 12. That makes 13. What's the 13th card, fam? Chapter 3. My goodness. We got more gifts from the divine. Listen, this is the Pentacles. And you know what I say, if you're returning, if you're thanks, that means so much to any YouTuber, regardless of their channel size. The Pentacles are everything. I know people tend to think of that money, but it's everything. It's the earth. It's what sustains you. It's what makes your soul purr. It's what we focus on. It's what we like cultivate, right? And this, it's like, okay, now that you're here, and I feel like this is not the first time in a reading, in a collective reading, that this kind of shit has come up. This new chapter is looking pretty freaking spiffy, if you ask me. Because I really feel that. I feel like we've all been transitioning and transforming, and now it's all new. And it's like Captain Jack, where we've been out to sea for so long, we get on land and we're like, woo! You know what I mean? And it's not the rum, fam. It's just not. It's all gone. Why? Okay. Chapter 4 is the Knight of Cups, fam. It's not the fastest knight, but it's still swift with things, right? Whatever it is doing, it's still swift and clear, because we've got the wings on the helmet, we've got the wings on the feet, and that's a very particular type of symbolism there, isn't it? Yes, indeed. But what I get from this card is usually this horsey is kind of prancing around. You know what I mean? Like, they're almost here. Finally, we get to do the thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're excited. They know this is a party, right? And the cups are love. It could be love coming into your life. Now that you've been doing all this healing, you've been getting your head on right. You know what you want, not what you were told to want when you were growing up by the commercials on your television and whatever the heck, right? Your parents. The stuff that never felt comfortable, what you want, right? This, it's also another card, this is also another suit for creativity and stuff. Either way, it's time. What's coming up underneath the Ace of Wands? The Justice card has appeared. So, this is karma. This, my dear YouTube fan, is your karma. Not looking so bad in that mirror now, are you? Seriously, fam, like, I'm getting a little misty-eyed right about now. You deserve this. You deserve this new beginning. You deserve this enlightenment. You deserve the money. You deserve your manifestations. And that's the key element, isn't it? To being able to manifest is knowing with every fiber of your being that you deserve these manifestations. Whether it's money, a new home, finding your soul family, you deserve it. and the scales are being balanced. This sword is one of the 3 swords in the entire deck that goes straight up, unwavering, no confusion, all right? There could also be some court action going on, but I have a feeling it's in your favor, all right? Whatever karma is balancing back out is in your favor, fam. What's coming up underneath that Hanged Man? We have both the Knight and the Page of Cups, fam. Wow. And the fact that it's coming up underneath the Hanged Man feels to me like a reminder, you need to lighten up. Take that pressure off your shoulders. You think you deserved this? Then why isn't karma agreeing with you? Maybe it's a matter of accepting the part you played in things and learning, because you learned. You don't want to do that again. It didn't feel right when it happened. You were reactive, whatever the heck, right? But you need to lighten up. It's time to have some fun. This person is talking to a fish. Like, let's have fun. If we're talking about an actual person in your life, sometimes this card gets a bit of a bad rep if it's an actual person. And I've heard people say, like, this is someone you can't really trust because they're just here to have some fun. But I've also heard people say that, when it comes to these two, that it's just lighten up. Have fun. Why so freaking serious? You know what I mean? Laugh. This is, if you're going to be hanging like that, seriously, I don't think their hands are tied. I think they're vibing and it's like, all right, where can we go from here then? Because I'm done with that crap. And it's all smooth sailing and good times from here on out, right? Hashtag life. There's still people we love that we may lose eventually. We'll probably lose eventually because it's humanity, right? It's human bodies. But as far as life goes, you're meant to be enjoying yourself. You're meant to be happy. And that's what this new cycle, this new chapter, this new part of your book of life is supposed to be about. Like, okay, the worst is behind you and you have all of that wisdom that you've gained. And now you can move on and enjoy yourself. You're not going to be making those same mistakes anymore because you're not wasting time. You have the time to learn and to grow, and you're using it for exactly that. You're doing what you're meant to be doing. And you should feel secure in that, okay? What's coming up underneath that nifty-ass Ace of Pentacles? I tell you, every time this card shows up these days, I just want to sit here and just giggle for a moment and just bask in the glow. Fam, underneath the Ace of Pentacles is the 10 of freaking Cups. The fulfillment card. All of your hopes and dreams being your reality. Whether you want to have the family and the 2.5 kids and all that stuff or not, whatever it looks like for you, fam. This is that time in your life. This is it. And underneath the Knight of Cups, I almost said Pentacles. I was going to say, no, that's the slowest one. Is the Queen of Swords. So whatever this is coming in, you're going to have clarity for it. This queen is not confused. She's not easily persuaded by others. No one can have a friendly debate like the motherfucking Queen of Swords, all right? She's not taking things personal. She's able to take whatever facts, whatever vital information she has, she's got it all, right? She's the queen, right? She has access to it all. She's not there's no barriers for her. And she handles things accordingly. The kings and queens have been through so much. They've been through the whole dang suit. And they are very secure within themselves. She is intuitive. Where's the Ace of Swords? We got the other two for the trifecta. Where's the Ace of Swords? I love, okay, the way I'm looking at them, we have 4 and 4, right? And we have Justice on one end and the Queen of Swords on the other, with the Page of Cups and the freaking 10 of Cups between them. Holy shit balls, Batman. This, like... And I also love, one of my favorite aspects of the Queen of Swords is this little birdie way the heck on out there. That speaks of like a freedom. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like this. This was exactly what you needed. To just chill the fuck out. Not forcing things. Like things, you want things to happen. You're getting all this manifestation and all this cool shit, you know, that you're looking forward to, that you want. But it's, you know, just take that time to continue what you're doing. Continue with your meditations, continue with your affirmations, whatever it is, whatever your resources are, they're growing massively. Massively. Everything you want. Can you hear that? Jeez Louise. My stomach just did the craziest, longest freaking rumble out of nowhere. Like, I'm about to go to the library. Shit. I guess I'm gonna eat. Any confusion that you had before, you're getting so much more secure in yourself, but you're being reminded, enjoy your life. You want these wonderful things, you better make sure you're present and enjoying them. Be present in your life. Don't just look to the future and all the things you think you want. Remember how it feels, how it would feel to have a car that you don't have to worry about dying on you on the way from point A to point B. How it would feel to have the home of your dreams decorated just the way you want. Don't worry about the decor. How would you feel? That's been the theme, right? What's the epilogue to this incredible tale? Boosh. You just keep at it. You have been training, you have been studying, you have been mastering. And this is the Pentacles. The Pentacles are oh, it's also the Virgo card. You don't have to be a Virgo, but, you know, those of us who are, we got it covered. It's fine. I have a lot of Libra in my chart. Balance. Another plane. You're doing the thing. No distractions, no confusion. The Pentacles are everything. You've got this. What's on the bottom of the deck? Called it. I called it. One thing I want you to remember, if you haven't watched any of my videos before, I mean, you've probably watched others and they've mentioned it, but in case you don't know or you haven't recognized, that's the star inside his lantern. It's the freaking star, dude. Like, that inner light, those hopes and dreams, what you want in your life. Not what other people want, not what the world wants, what you want, what sustains your soul. What makes life worth living for you? I'm not trying to say be a piece of shit to other human beings. I'm trying to say that you come first. And I think that you've been able to recognize it. But I'm still feeling a bit discomfort in looking into your own eyes in the mirror. So I want you to work on that, okay? I want you to work on that. I want you to work on your self-love. Because everything else is working. And your ability to... I think that this protest, the Start a Revolution oracle card that came up in the beginning, I feel like that's just you. You're the type of person to stick up for others. You're the type of person, and I think that that's been part of what's made you such a people pleaser in life, is you're trained to take care of others, but you weren't taught how to properly take care of yourself. And I feel like that's something you've been doing, and it's working out, fam. It's working out. Underneath the Hermit, we have the Six of Wands. And that's public recognition. That's everybody else catching up and recognizing how incredible you, when you get to just be yourself, you really are, right? How about we check the extra notes before we creep into 30 minutes, my goodness. Tried to do a quick reading and I just end up babbling my face off. I just babble. I just keep going. So let's go ahead and shuffle these together. Saw the Gemini and Wounded Healer cards. And apparently feel the need to mention them. So these are the ones that are kind of hanging. So we'll check them out. It's an African proverb. To a man who's afraid, everything rustles. And I want to say it's Mark Twain that this is from, but it might be one of those things that people, they keep like saying, oh, that's a Mark Twain quote when it actually isn't, or whatever, or it is. If you know for sure, like for sure, because I haven't read everything he produced. Sing Like No One Is Listening. I have a feeling someone knew this was coming up. Love Like You've Never Been Hurt. Dance Like No One Is Watching. And live like it's heaven on earth. That's something that I've been carrying with me for decades now. So if I were able to do it the way I was going to do it, intending on doing it, these are what would have come up. Keep going. Keep trying. You're not done yet. I'm not dead yet. Like, you've got this. Final push. This is it. You are, everything's coming to fruition. Period. And this looks different for everyone. So stop comparing. Be inspired. When you compare, I want you to stop and go, hey, these people are showing me what's possible. They did it. Now I'm going to do it my own way. All right. And on the bottom is, it's all good. I love when this card comes up. It references Three Little Birds by Bob Marley and the Wailers. Fam, it's all good. It's all good. You've got this. I told you that I like to focus on the positive vibes and the words of encouragement. And I don't know what else I can do to get that across to you in this very reading, fam. This is an incredible, incredible reading. And I'm so happy for you. It is an honor and a privilege to share this information, to share this vibe with you, fam. And thank you for sharing it with me, because if I'm going to open myself up to it, I appreciate shit this good. I got all right. Thank you for joining me and hanging out this whole time. Even if you sped it up, I don't care. You're still here, and I appreciate the company. And always remember that I love you.